Hey folks, Magician's Apprentice here. Welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be covering two topics, the overhand false shuffle and the overhand shuffle control. They're basically the same thing with just a couple of variations. It's extremely useful and it's way underutilized in card magic. I don't see a lot of people doing the overhand shuffle control very often, but honestly it's a fantastic way to be able to get a selected card anywhere you want in the deck. The false shuffle will look completely legitimate, yet it won't disturb a single card in the deck. So stay tuned and we're going to go over the overhand false shuffle and the overhand shuffle control.
Ooh. Ah.
Whatever.
Okay, so to start off with, what we're going to do is we're going to go over the overhand false shuffle. Okay, the overhand shuffle control is pretty much the same with a couple of exceptions. But we'll go over the overhand false shuffle first. So let's say that our card is the Ace of Spades. That's the card that's on top, and we want to keep it there, but we want the spectator to think that we've actually shuffled up the cards and their card is lost in the center of the deck. So how we go about doing the overhand false shuffle is just take the deck, place it in your left hand like you would for a normal overhand shuffle. What you're going to do is take your thumb and break off about a third to half of the deck and then lift the bottom portion up, dropping the portion in your left hand, and start thumbing cards off. But you need to keep track of how many cards you're thumbing off and thumb them off only one at a time. Okay, so for this example, to keep it simple, we'll just thumb off 5 cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now on the 5th one, take your thumb and out jog the last card towards yourself and throw the rest of the packet on top. So now we have one out jogged card. What you're going to do is you're going to take your thumb and you're going to press that card in, creating a break, place your left thumb over top and immediately pull that bottom packet off to do another overhand shuffle. And you're going to shuffle off the same number of cards. So we did 5 the first time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then drop the rest of the pack on top. And as you can see, we've retained our top card, which was the Ace of Spades. And even the bottom card is going to be held in place. Okay, everything's going to be the same once you complete the shuffle. So here, this time we've got the 5 of hearts on the bottom, and we still have the Ace of Spades on top. So we're going to go through, and this time we'll shuffle off more cards. So this time, let's say for example, we'll shuffle off 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again, out jog that bottom card and immediately drop the rest of the packet on top. Grab the cards like you're squaring them up, press that card in, creating a break, and automatically lift that bottom packet. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then drop the rest of the pack on top. And we've once again controlled or kept our Ace of Spades on top and our 5 of hearts on the bottom. Alright, so a couple of quick tips when doing the overhand false shuffle. And this also applies to the overhand shuffle control. You don't want to do it all in one smooth cadence, because when you do it, especially if you're doing the false shuffle, you're counting the same number of cards each time. You don't want to give the spectator the impression that you're counting cards. So what you need to do is you need to break up the cadence. You need to go on offbeats. Okay? So instead of going through and counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, break it up. Break up the cadence. So if you were doing a longer one, you could go 1, 2, 3, pause, 4, 5, 6, 7, pause, 8, 9, 10, right? And then when you're going through the next time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. Okay, so break it up. It will make this a lot better and a lot less detectable to the spectator. Okay, another quick tip when you're doing the overhand false shuffle or the overhand shuffle control is you want to get the part where after you've counted off the cards and you out jog, you want to get the part where you put the packet back on top, break off the bottom packet, and do the other shuffle as quickly and smoothly as possible. You don't want there to be any hesitation. Like, you don't want to put it back down and then adjust and then grab the card and pull it up and then start doing the shuffle again. What you want to do is you want to get it to the point where it's all nice and smooth and there's no real breaks or pauses. You just want to be able to go through, deal the cards, bring them back up, and start dealing again. Okay? Any pauses or hesitations are going to alert the spectator that you might be up to something funny. So practice that part of it where you get the out jog and you slap the pack on top and then break the packet off at the same spot, bringing it up, doing the overhand shuffle. Get that as smooth as you can, okay? You want it smooth like butter, okay? So just go through and just practice that over and over, getting that break, going through, picking it back up, going through, get the break, pick it back up, and just practice that over and over again until you get really smooth at it. And again, you want to be able to do this without looking at your hands, without staring at your hands. Okay, now we're going to go over the overhand shuffle control. This is a really useful and way underutilized card control. It is completely invisible to the spectator when you do it right, and you can literally put the card, the chosen card, anywhere in the deck that you like. So for example, if you wanted to put the spectator's chosen card second from the top, yes, you could go through and you could do a Marlowe tilt or something like that, but you can also do it with the overhand shuffle control. Okay, so let's say, for example, that the chosen card once again is the Ace of Spades, and let's say that instead of doing a Marlowe tilt to get it second from the top, instead I'm going to do the overhand shuffle control. How we accomplish that is it's the exact same as the overhand false shuffle. What I'm going to do, put it in the shuffle grip, get my thumb, break off about a third to a half of the pack, and start counting off cards like we did before. So for the example, we'll just count off 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, we out jog, stick the rest of the pack on top, get that break, pull it up. Now, because we want it on the second from the top, instead of counting off 6 again, I'm only going to count off 5. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I put it back on top, I square it up, and as you can see, the top card is now the Queen of Clubs, but the second from the top card is now my Ace of Spades. So I could have done a double lift, shown the Ace of Spades, flipped it back down, then taken the Queen of Clubs, stuffed it into the deck, and voila, the Ace of Spades has jumped back up to the top of the deck. So you can see how this overhand shuffle control can be very, very useful. You can even drive it down any number of cards into the deck that you want. So, you know, if you have a routine where you need that chosen card to be 9th from the top, or 12th from the top, or, you know, 4th from the top, it doesn't matter. The overhand shuffle control is a very good way of doing it. And when you want your card, say like 8th from the top, it's like the best way to get that card into that position. Now, here's a quick tip when you're doing the overhand shuffle control. If you're, say, putting your card 9th from the top, what you want to do is when you go to break off that initial packet, don't break off half the packet, because when you're done, you're going to have very few cards left in the bottom packet. So if you're going a high number, say, you know, 8 to 12 cards or more, you only want to break off maybe about a third of the pack. And then that way you can go through and do a count, and you'll still have a decent size stack of cards in this hand, so it won't be as obvious. And also, you don't want to run out of cards if you're doing a high number. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, and you can see I still have a decent sized pack in my hand when I throw it on. All right, so now if I was wanting to put it 10th from the top, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. Right? Now my chosen card should be 10th from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? So you can see how our overhand false shuffle can literally put it anywhere in the deck. But again, you want to give yourself some breathing room, which is why I'm saying only break off about a third of the deck when you're doing a high number. And also, you won't count off enough cards that, you know, because if I go through and I wanted to deal it 10th from the bottom, and I go and I only deal off 11 cards, that means on the second go round I'm only going to be dealing off 1 card, which looks a little weird. So for example, if you're going for 8th card down, then deal off like 12 to 15 cards, and then when you're doing it, you still are going to shuffle off like, you know, 6 or 7 cards, and it's not going to look strange. Okay, I'll show you what I mean. So for example, if I want to take the selected card, the ace of spades, and put it 10th down in the deck, okay, and I only count off, like, let's say 11 cards. So we'll go here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, now if I want to put it to the 10th position, I deal off 1 card and I do that. See, that looks suspicious. So if I wanted to do it better, so that it wasn't as noticeable, what I would do is, instead of, if I wanted it in the 10th position, I'm going to deal off at least 16 cards. Okay, so to get it in the 10th position, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, and then I come back up, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. There. See, that looked a lot less suspicious than just dealing off 1 card. So just always remember, you want to leave yourself some room depending on the number down in the deck that you want to have your card. Well folks, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video on the overhand shuffle control and the overhand false shuffle. Thanks for watching. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel for more videos. I upload at least once a week. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.